started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give to the back. Crosses to 40. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. To the air, it's Baker. Using his legs to buy some time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They're working that left side. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, it's first and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Got it! This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And I like it, third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for three now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touch.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
As a defensive guy now, we're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes a pass to Marker. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam, first and 10 from the 31. Rushes on him. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Using the quick game. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Looking to throw, it's Baker. They'll run the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Pitt. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. They'll give it to the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
3rd down play from the gun. Look out, he's got room. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. To the air on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Baker. Quickly complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw on 3rd and short. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got his man quickly. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake. Looking to scramble. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone. because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He breaks a tackle, weaves his way ahead, and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Baker. He's got the tight end. At the 45, on his way. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's 2nd and long.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there.
Turning it on! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running behind that left side. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas boys they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Rudolph. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Corner's going to give them room. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Working on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Wide open downfield. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something.
Oh, he's got some space. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Motion from the wideout. Going to swing it on 2nd down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here comes the heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They're setting up the screen. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Pitt pushing the pace. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. At the 35, he's loose. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Gets it out fast.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. The Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Off the play fake on first down. Skips away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Looking for a man. It's Baker. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Complete out of the backfield. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The screen, he can go! And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out quickly. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And in back-to-back plays, you understand full well why the DC talking to us this week was like, this guy's a handful. Like, he shows the ability to throw the ball, make a big play through the air. Then you're covering the throw game well. What happens?
He'll take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. It'll be a run on third and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Scanning the field, it's Baker. That's caught, it's Miller. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up? And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Not quite so backed up after that play. He's out of bounds at the 12. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Corrals it at the 45. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Got a wide open receiver. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. They'll run it on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Baker. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Pitt! Fit it in the window for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the Spartans will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that is just about... Perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Back open in the middle. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. The Panthers in the hurry-up.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the catch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They think there's room to run to the right here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Driving for the goal line. Loose football. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Panthers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The Spartans are flying down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds and the 3, but they are in business. On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal.